And hey, how's it going? It is all the news all the time. My name is Adam. Hello, and it's nice to be back. I've been doing crazy stuff recently. I did a cycle ride for 100 miles in London. Jesus Christ, that nearly killed me. But I'm back. Sunburned, but you can't tell. But I'm back. So what is the crazy news going on today? Well, we've got loads of news about Johnny Depp. So we're going to go through a lot of stuff. So settle back and relax. Get some tea, get some biscuits, and let's have a little look at the situation. Well, we've got Johnny Depp. His film Jeanne de Barry enjoys decade best start for a can opener at the French box office. A can opener at the French box office. What we're saying here is the film Jeanne de Barry has made the most money out of any film that started the Cannes Film Festival for the last 10 years, since 2013. The period drama, starring Johnny Depp as King Louis XV, has done the most box office business, which means made money, of any of the festival's opening night films since The Great Gatsby in 2013. That's a great film as well. And what that tells me is this woman is highly intelligent. I mean, she's got this film that she's written and she's going to star in and she's going to direct. And she's thinking to herself, how do I actually make it globally interesting? Do I bring in a quality French actor, or do I bring in someone who's in the public eye right now, someone who is in the center of this media firestorm, and bring in Johnny Depp, knowing that he's a quality actor and he's made enormous amounts of money and the interest will be global. And that's what she's done. She's pulled in Johnny Depp, and it's just done amazing work for her. So it says bien joué, which means good play, I think. Jouer as in to play. Yeah, it means well done. Jeanne de Barry, starring Johnny Depp, took a triumphant bow at the box office in France, timed to its world premiere at the 2023 Cannes Film Festival. The period drama racked up 401,481 admissions in its first week of play. Really? 401,000 people watched it in its first week of play. The best showing in a decade for a Cannes opening night film, according to French distributor Le Pacte, which means the agreement. The last movie to do more when sailing into French cinemas simultaneously to its Cannes stop, there's some really convoluted English going on here, was Baz Luhrmann's 2013 feature The Great Gatsby, starring Leo DiCaprio. 760,000 admissions. What are these admissions in just the Cannes Film Festival itself? 401,000 people. I didn't know they had that many cinemas. The Great Gatsby, of course, was a major Hollywood studio film. More times than not, Cannes' chief, Thierry Frémaux, selects an independent title to open the storied festival. It's also common for a French language film, such as Jeanne de Barry, to receive the coveted spot. It's tradition for the opening night film to unfurl in French cinemas that same night, I see. So it goes across the whole of France as well. That's why you can get 401,000. I was thinking, Cannes is not that big. From French, multi-hyphenate, Mywin. Multi-hyphenate, oh I see, director and writer, and I see, because she's a mononym, she only has one name. Generally. Jeanne de Barry stars Depp as King Louis XV, while Mywin plays the titular character in addition to directing. And she wrote it, as far as I know. Cannes marks Depp's first major appearance after years of legal wrangling and a tumultuous, there's an understatement of the year, divorce with the Sea Witch, one that included allegations of all sorts of shenanigans and 2 high-profile defamation lawsuits, and the latter was settled in Depp's favour. And the Sea Witch was ordered to pay 10 million, which she didn't have, or maybe she does, I don't know. I do not know how she's living in Spain and does no work, and these are questions we shall ask later. To date, no deal has been announced for a US distributor to release Jeanne de Barry. In the US, the film has drawn mixed reviews from many critics, while it isn't clear whether a speciality division owned by a major studio would go into business again with Depp. We do not know. Do not know indeed. All we know from this is it's doing extraordinarily well. There's a great deal of interest due to the sheer star power of this guy right here, and a very astute businesswoman of Mywin bringing in Johnny Depp. It just makes a lot of sense. But what else is going on in the fun and crazy world of Johnny Depp? Well, unfortunate bad news going on. Bad news, I'm saying. Johnny Depp has fractured his ankle, and that's delayed the Hollywood Vampires US tour dates. I know everyone was looking forward to 3 dates in America, and they were in. I'm gonna have to look them up, but I think they're in Massachusetts. Was it New Haven, New York, and somewhere else? We'll have a look in a second. The actor, recently in Cannes to promote his new movie Jeanne d'Arc, said he was unable to travel on the advice of medical professionals. It seems he suffered a painful ankle fracture. Eesh, never good. The ankle's really complicated as well. There's a lot of bones in there, a lot of little bones. The actor and his band, Hollywood Vampires, revealed on Instagram Monday. In a letter posted to his Instagram stories, Depp explained it began as a hairline break, but somewhere between Cannes and Royal Albert Hall. Oh yeah, that was for the show for Jeff Beck, the tribute to Jeff Beck show. Somewhere between essentially France and the UK, it got worse rather than better. Well, it's not going to get better in a few days, is it? Depp wrote in part, several medical professions have strongly suggested I avoid any and all activity for the moment, and so I'm sadly unable to travel at this time. Not great. Depp's supergroup, the Hollywood Vampires, that he's part of with Alice Cooper and Aerosmith's Joe Perry, said on their Instagram account that Depp's painful injury had resulted in the group postponing its 3 US tour dates, which was slated to take place this coming week. Yeah, so it's been pushed back to the 8th, as far as I can tell. Depp is devastated by this turn of events, looks forward to resting up so all 4 vampires can bring their absolute best to the tour in Europe, the group wrote on Instagram. Can you imagine if they actually were vampires and it was just they're pretending to be vampires to be fooling everyone? Sorry, I'm going off the track. Oh yeah, the concerts in Boston, Massachusetts, New Hampshire and Bethel, New York will now take place on July 28th, 29th and 30th respectively, and the group is slated to kick off its European tour next month. I think we better have a little look at the Hollywood Vampires page. So this is the tour page, Hollywood Vampires. You've got the 3 vampires. I mean, what if they actually were vampires? The irony. So it used to say up here there was 3 other dates, but now it's kicking off on June 8th in Rome Expo in Bucharest in Romania, and then on the 10th of June you can get yourself down to Istanbul and Turkey, and on the 12th in Bulgaria in the capital Sofia, and then in France a place called Clisson on June the 15th. June 17th Pink Pop in the Netherlands. I've heard this is pretty awesome actually. June 18th you can be in Belgium and have some nice waffles, they're good. And they have nice wheat beer, yeast wheat beer, very nice. June the 20th get yourself down to the Oberhausen in Germany, and June 21st Luxembourg. It was so good they named it twice. June 23rd you can go to Grenchen in Switzerland if you want to. June 24th Munich. It's got a very big ring road around Munich. That's all I know about Munich. Only been there once and I spent a lot of time on the road. June 25th Paris, France. I know it well, been there something like 27 times or so, and it gets better every time. What do we got here? June 27th Hamburg in Germany, where they invented obviously the hamburger. June 28th, the Zittadel Spandau, Berlin, where they invented Spandau Ballet. June 30th, the Zittadel Mainz, a lot of Zittadels going on, which is very nice. You can get yourself on the July now, July the 1st, Spirken in Austria, and then the 2nd, Marostica in Italy. And then July 5th, bouncing across to the good old UK and come down to Scarborough. I come to Scarborough, up north in Scarborough. And then July the 7th, Swansea, which is obviously in Wales, in the UK. July 8th, Manchester. And then July the 9th, you can come down to London. I'm going to be there in London. I'll come and say hello, and I'll be there. And July 11th, the Birmingham, UK, and the 12th in Glasgow. And then, of course, jumping across to Stuttgart in Germany, the Czech Republic. Don't they want to be called Czechia now? Or is that something else I'm thinking of? On July 16th. Budapest in Hungary, beautiful place. Budapest, love Budapest. Spent a lot of time there, so nice. July 20th, Slovakia. 22nd in Poland. I love that place as well. That's a really good place. Wolfsburg in Germany. And then on the 28th, 29th and 30th, it bounces back to the US. And then we've got Massachusetts, New Hampshire and New York at these various places. So if you've got tickets for this. They're going to be honoured in these 3 dates here. So try and book your time off if you need to book your time off from work, and that's going to be pretty awesome. Boston, Manchester, the second that should be called, because the real one's in the UK, and then Bethel, New York. There you go. So that's the tour situation. He's got a broken foot at the moment, broken ankle. That's not good at all. What else is going on? Well, I was looking at this thinking, what is going on here? I was looking at various the Instagrams. This is Johnny Depp's Instagram. He's got 28.1 million followers. Jesus Christ. And he only posts once every 6 weeks Thursday. 6 weeks Thursday. And then I noticed over here, IM_Yulia. And I was thinking, oh yeah, I remember her. Wasn't she that girl in the Czech Republic and spent 3 days with another girl with him in the Czech Republic? I was thinking, is that the same person? And I was doing some more researching. Because this is the link tree. If you click this link tree thing, it'll bounce you across to here. There's a new page about the Jean de Barry band announcement, but it's a film. And these are the links to his other main sites. This is Infinitum Nihil 2, the UK version of this one, which is the American film production company. This is the UK film production company. This is the Never Fear Truth, which deals with the NFTs, or non-fungible token art project, which is still ongoing. And this is 18, which is the latest album, and obviously the final album between Johnny Depp and Jeff Beck, which is very sad indeed, and not great. And so these are some of the links up here. I was looking at some Facebook pages, and I was looking at some Instagram and Twitter and stuff, and I found IM_Yulia, which is if we go back to this one, this is IM_Yulia here, and she's an amazingly good-looking girl. I mean, wow, so pretty, just so gorgeous. But she's friends with Nicole Treaty, and Nicole Treaty is the IM_Yulia here. It's this woman and this woman spent 3 days in the Czech Republic when he was filming in the Czech Republic, and then the next year when he came back to the Czech Republic, they visited him again in his hotel. So I'm thinking there's some sort of connection between these two girls, and to be honest, if I was Johnny Depp, I'd be like, you're not wrong, you are not wrong, my friend. And I was looking at her, I was thinking, you are not wrong, my friend. And maybe there was something more to it, and I was like, is there more to it? And then I was looking at some of these photos, because I'm doing research. It's the hard life. And what is this? IM_Yulia is in Cannes, so she's in Cannes, or was a few weeks ago when the Cannes Film Festival was on, when Johnny Depp was in the Cannes Film Festival, when the Cannes Festival was on. And I was thinking, is there some sort of connection between IM_Yulia, Nicole Treaty, and Johnny Depp? I was thinking, remember this? Because this is them back in the Czech Republic, or I suppose call it Czechia now, rather than Czech Republic. There's some interesting, that's Nicole, Nicole Treaty. And that's IM_Yulia, which is this girl. I was thinking, curious and curiouser. Very curious. So, she's in Cannes, and Johnny Depp was in Cannes, and now Johnny Depp's broken his ankle. I'm blaming her. That's what I'm blaming. And what else is going on? Lily Rose Depp says her sexually aggressive pop star character was inspired by Sharon Stone. And there's a picture of Sharon Stone, which is a kind of a strange picture, but okay. There's a more sensible one. Zippy number, lots of zips going on there. And she's saying the character wasn't based on her specifically, not just one person. When she was asked, it's not based on anyone particular. She said, we're definitely not trying to tell anyone else's story, but definitely create one of our own. But then she said it was inspired by Sharon Stone and Gene Tierney. So that's kind of interesting. It does seem that this film, this TV show called The Idol, it does seem very exploitative, and I don't know if that's a good choice at all, to be honest. It might make her famous, it might give her a reputation that's going to be difficult to deal with later, but let's see. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. What else is going on? Lily Rose, as we know, she's got a girlfriend, and she's with New Jersey rapper 007 shake. 007. And I was looking at this and I was thinking, well, she was with Timothy Chalamet, and she was all really, really secretive and kept going on about how she liked privacy when she's going out with a guy. But then when she's going out with a girl, she's snogging her all over the place, like, and publicly. So I don't know whether it's a different psyche in her mind or different psychological situation in her mind. Like, a relationship with a boy is one thing and a relationship with a girl is another thing, and the boy thing should be secretive and private and the girl thing should be open. I don't know, there's a very different way of behaving between these two things. I'm not sure. I haven't come to a decision and a conclusion as yet, but that's about all I've got so far. Let me know your thoughts about anything going on here. Janderberry, best opener for Cannes in 10 years, and Johnny Depp fractures an ankle. The dates have been moved around. Johnny Depp's Instagram, and some various links if you want to look at those. Plus, I'm still always drawn to these two. I think there's something going on there. And Lily Rose Depp. All right, well, let me know your thoughts, and I will see you guys later.